Hi, I'm Carmel. I'm a composer based in Manchester. I play guitar and write classical music as well as music for my own band. When I started writing this piece, I was looking a lot at like a lot of the world that I was living in. I think most of us were living in was quite computer based and quite sort of virtual, which has this weird detachment. And I got into looking at how like people sort of maliciously interact with that. So this kind of like idea of like different ways that people get hacked and different ways, different like methods of people trying to just like invade your life like via a device or something. Like the piece is called Brew, and it's because I was looking at this like method of hacking people, which is called like a brute force attack, which you just basically try as many passwords as you can until you guess someone's password right, and then you're into their life, their social media, their email account, and it's that weird thing of it's so invasive, but it's also like none of it's real. It's not like someone's robbed your bag and is going through your purse and your like passport and stuff. It's all stuff that doesn't exist in like a real world sense. Yeah, I think it kind of like reflects on how after the way that the world has changed in loads of different ways in the past couple of years, it's a good time to maybe like assess what bits of what was happening before are useful and that actually seeing how things that are seemingly permanent maybe aren't. I think it's I remember when I was writing the piece, it made me sort of think about my own just because of the subject matter, like in my own cybersecurity, and it made me take a big new compass on that sort of stuff. But yeah, I think it is going forward. Change is a good thing and probably a tricky thing, but ultimately, yeah, I think you think it's that idea of like if a compass seems really fixed, maybe it's not as fixed as we perceive it to be. In short, yes. It was quite frustrating being locked down and there's this weird sort of, oh yeah, you could use that time to write 7 albums and then you could use that time to do everything. But actually it's yeah, being able to manage yourself because those albums probably wouldn't be very good. I think it's that like managing your own, making like doing stuff intentionally rather than because you now have time that you didn't otherwise have, like making sure that everything that you're doing is like the purposes and the intentions behind it are like for the right reasons. So I think that's it's made me adjust my kind of relationship with composing in that way. This is a really annoying answer, but I think I'm less excited about predicting it and more excited about going with the flow and seeing what happens. Like I think it will change. I'm not quite sure how, but I'm kind of I think this is a really weird thing to say, but I when all the stuff kicked off, obviously loads of bad stuff, loads of really awful stuff going on, but there was also a little bit exciting because it was like great, what now then? And so I think we're not out of that creatively yet, especially I don't know in like arts and music. We probably will have to find new ways of making stuff happen or new ways of being creative, and that's a bit terrifying but also quite exciting. So yeah, the answer is I don't know, but I'm curious to find out.